Welcome back to 2Tube. Our next guest dominated music 10 years ago, more so than some people might actually realise. Her debut single not only went to #1 in the Irish charts, but it also went to the top 5 in the American Billboard charts and snagged a Grammy nomination.
Absolutely. Now she is back with a brand new tour and a promise of some new music after her appearance on The Hit and a top 10 single last year. Here's a blast from the past.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Your love for me came as a waterfall, flowing inside me like never before. Your love for me, something I didn't say, but baby, I'm better now.
I'm obsessed with that video. I wanted the pink corset. I wanted to get my hair done like that.
Most random video ever, I know.
Oh, I loved it. It reminds me, you know, when you're kind of teenager, you start fancying boys. It just reminds you of that time. So what's it like kind of being back on the scene now?
It's good. You know, it's been a while. That's why I was just...
Does it feel like it's been a while looking back at that?
It feels like an actual lifetime ago. Like, I know I'm seeing the video, but I feel like I'm talking about somebody else.
Yeah.
It's just weird. But yeah, it's been a while.
Were you ever scared, I guess, back then of growing up too fast? Because you were so young when you got into it.
No, look, I was 15, 16, having a ball. Like, you know, when you're that age, you think you're amazing, you know everything.
Like, attending all these parties kind of all across America.
No, I was just having a good time. Wasn't giving it any thought.
And tell me, who was the first person to give you your first break?
Oh God, if I go all the way back, there's been a couple of people that kind of influenced a couple of things. Actually, Ola McGowan was very instrumental in me meeting Louis Walsh, and then it kind of just went from there. That's, you know, I got my publishing deal and my record deal.
And it all kind of just blew up.
Just a lot of face and look in one big
A lot of people don't actually realise when they go back and they look and they see, you know, the American Billboard charts, the Grammys, all this sort of stuff. It's absolutely crazy. Like,
I promise, I'm saying yeah with you, and I'm like, oh, good for her. Like,
really well done, she did great. Is it weird? Like I said, you know, being forced to grow up too fast and all that sort of stuff. Can you look at people, I guess, like Justin Bieber and kind of see how you can go each way? You can, you know, fall off the horse, or you could become a respectable human being like you.
I think it's different when you're a boy or a boy band to when you're a girl. You know, it's different, and he's a whole other level of everything. I don't know, I'm kind of getting a kick out of him, kind of rebelling against everything.
Yeah.
I just think it's kind of brilliant.
But things are a lot different now, because obviously when you were doing it, there wasn't like Twitter, there was no Facebook, there was nothing like that. So it wasn't as invasive.
No, I think it would have been kind of cool though, you know, to be able to have that direct contact with people, and yeah, I don't know.
And why do you think then that it was that like things sort of slowed down for you after the first album or so?
God, a bunch of things. My label merged with a bunch of labels, so I was stuck in a deal.
Is it true that you weren't able to make a record for something like 2 years?
I couldn't release music, and I was still stuck in a contract, so it kind of wasn't. But it suited me at that time. I was kind of ready for a break anyway, and then moving to the States and kind of just living life and growing up. I mean, yeah, it's all been good.
You've been quoted as saying, I guess, back then, the label kind of sometimes tried to force you maybe to like dress a little bit provocatively or kind of change kind of your image in certain ways. Do you, I guess, what do you think of when you look at Miley Cyrus now and all those sort of artists?
Look, again, each to their own. I still am, but especially when I was a teenager, I was very opinionated. So, I mean, of course, it's a business. I was always very headstrong, and you know, I am proud of the fact, you know, I was kind of did stick to my guns.
Yeah.
But Miley Cyrus, I think for a play tour, she's gorgeous, she's young.
I know.
I think she's amazing. Like, I think it's great. Yeah, lick as many wrecking balls as you want. Why not?
And come here, tell us about your new single.
New single, yes, I wrote it about a year ago, and kind of just starting to get back writing and recording, and when I decided to release a song, I thought this was kind of a good reintroduction. Only just begun. So yeah, it's
and you're going independent, of course. Is that exciting and scary at the same time?
Yeah, exactly, both. But it's great, you know, I've kind of a good balance in my life at the moment, so it's nice being able to have that control and a pace that kind of works.
It must be really
me.
nice though, because you've experienced it all, so now you're going back, you actually get the chance, you know, you have hindsight. Yeah. So you can kind of do things a little bit differently.
Yeah, look, I'm just looking forward to gigging and kind of going around the country and just having a good time.
Speaking of the gigs, there are plenty of gigs happening over the next while, obviously starting in Killarney this week.
I know.
Are you excited just to get out there and meet your fans?
I really, really am. Just to do the live shows. I have a great band, and it's just going to be just a good time. I'm going to do a lot of the old stuff, rework that.
And is there going to be some new stuff in there? So,
some cheeky covers.
I can't wait. Absolutely awesome.
And is this, I guess, starting locally and then moving on into the UK and all that sort of stuff?
Again, I kind of don't even know. You know, it's very going to say organic. That sounds like
Yeah.
just kind of letting it happen naturally. You know,
Going with
this
the
is where
flow.
I started, and I think it's important to restart here. This is my home ground. It's important to me, and whatever comes from that comes. You know?
Well, it's
But
gonna
listen,
be
yeah, thank you
happy
so
with
much
it.
for coming
No, thank you
in,
for having
and
me.
you're starting your gigging all over the country
Yes.
this Friday in Kilkenny in the INEC.
That's where it
Thank
kicks
you
off
so
and
much
ends
for
in
coming in.
Belfast.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in. Make sure you stay tuned because later on we're going to be talking to Nick Frost of Shaun of the Dead fame about his new film Cuban Fury. Thanks again for coming in.